Well, it's an awkward but inevitable part of Christmas, receiving unwanted gifts from close friends or family members. It might be that toaster that you already own, a pair of shorts that, well, doesn't quite fit, or let's face it, that ugly sweater that you know you're never going to wear. Well, here today to tell us more about our return options is retail expert Dr. Gary Mortimer in Brisbane and financial expert Kenneth Campbell. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Let's start with you, Gary. Look, many presents don't come with receipts. What are our options?
Yeah, unfortunately, Jono, not a great deal of options. The consumer law does say that retailers are obligated to give customers a refund if the product's faulty or it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Unfortunately, an unwanted gift without a proof of purchase makes it very difficult. I guess in saying that, most retailers this side of Christmas are a little bit flexible with that policy.
How did you go yourself, mate? Did you get anything that needed to be sent back?
Oh, nothing that I can say live to air this morning, mate.
So look, tell us, when's the best time to start returning these unwanted gifts?
Well, they say within 30 days, but I wouldn't wait 30 days. I'd be heading back to the stores today, take advantage of the Boxing Day sales, or certainly in the next couple of days. And hopefully you can negotiate with the retailer to get maybe some store credit or change it for a different size or a different colour.
Tell us, in this line where so many people are buying their goods online, what are the policies there?
Oh, exactly the same. So if you've bought online from an Australian domestic retailer, you're probably better placed to get a refund or an exchange. Of course, if you've bought overseas, an online retailer from overseas, a little bit more challenging. So there you're going to have to negotiate with that retailer overseas and possibly have to pay for the freight to get that product back to them.
So the best advice, though, is to really get in now. Let's not leave it too late.
Yeah, in the next couple of days, retailers are pretty flexible with the policy and you may be able to get at least some store credit or exchange for a different size.
I'm sure all your presents were fantastic. Come on, they were
Thanks, John.
great. Kenna, let's bring you in. Let's say we've tried absolutely everything to return it in store, but there's no... The stores aren't being cooperative. What are our options then?
So I recommend go for a credit note. Find out whether you can get a credit to the equal value. Then make sure you put it in a safe spot. You check when it expires and find out whether you can use it in the sales. Because if you get a credit note, you might be able to get double the amount of stuff with that credit note, but make sure you hold on to it. The other thing is to maybe look at selling it. So go to the second-hand economy. Websites such as eBay, Gumtree, Facebook, buy, sell, swap. Great ways of selling that item, or sometimes you can actually even sell the credit note itself, but it might be you have to sell for something a little bit less than what it's actually worth. And then the other slightly controversial one, and that is to re-gift. So if you get something that you already have, or it's the wrong colour, or it's the wrong size, doesn't fit, but you know someone that you would really love and appreciate it, don't hesitate to re-gift it.
So there seriously are options. You don't have to be stuck with these things that you don't like.
Absolutely not. You know, it's about being responsible, you know, thinking about the money involved, but also the environment. We don't be contributing to landfill all the time. So there's no shame whatsoever. But, you know, next year, think about how you're going to do it better, how you're going to avoid having to, you know, have those awkward conversations or return back to the store and wasting valuable holiday time. So write a list of what you want, what you really need, what you'd really appreciate. We have a rule in our family: if it needs to be returned, there's no issues whatsoever. And of course, you know, think about experiences or acts of kindness, or, you know, if I say give someone something they can drink or they can eat or they can plant in the earth, so that they really get great value out of that gift.
Gary, I saw you nodding there. You agree with that?
Yeah, I do. Certainly, gifts that you can drink, I always find list quite well in my area, Jono. But you're right. Plan it well, and you know, and hopefully avoid the crowds. I mean, I'm going to avoid the crowds today, and probably stay home. Well,
gifts that you can drink, they're great, but in the Upton household, gifts that you can drink are usually gone by Christmas night, so they're really no good to me. Look, thanks very much for your time, Gary. Trust you had a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your new year.
Thanks, Jono. Cheers,
and Kenneth, thank you.
Thanks, Evan.